Welcome to Geeks on Trial Sidebar. If you're watching this, it's because you're a patron of our Patreon. We appreciate your support. This is the first of a series of what we're going to, for now, be doing twice a month. That could change. Who knows what could happen in the future? A little addendum to our main episode shows. We're not. You can see we're out of the robes. We're all casual here. We're not going to be doing any judging. Instead, we're just going to be talking about.
I might judge.
There might be some judging.
I'm going to judge.
You're usually judging.
I'm a judgy bitch.
But primarily, there's just going to be us bantering about some topics. In fact, you are providing some of these topics this time and all the time.
Oh, me?
You're in control of it.
I'm in control of the topic wheel.
I guess if you want to ask questions at home, you could.
You can for other
comment,
episodes,
yeah.
but we'll get to them eventually. But yeah, I have over here I have a wheel of topics, and it's going to be a random topic every video. And the first topic is...
There we go. Spin that wheel. No whammies.
No whammies, no whammies,
No
no
whammies. What's this topic?
Takes a while.
I'm excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, I'm not.
Worst hotel you've ever stayed in.
Is there applause?
There's applause and, like, confetti on this wheel. So just to let you know, every time we click on a thing, it will go away, so we will not repeat the questions, hopefully. So
that would really suck if you paid for this.
These videos just never end.
Three videos in a row, we just did the same answer again. It's still the same as last week, I guess.
So what is the worst? We've traveled around these United States.
The worst hotel that
you've ever stayed in.
I mean, the first one that comes to mind is one that we have in common. That is really the one that's more of like a story. We did not actually stay in it.
Well, we approached this building. We walked inside. We sat down.
This was a year when we were for the board game channel Roll for Crit that we used to work with. We were traveling to a convention, a board game convention.
Out in, I think it was in Indiana.
Yeah, it was
right?
Gen
Con.
Con.
It was Gen Con because we've gone to a few. But yeah, it was a hotel that was, we checked reviews, I guess, beforehand, and they seemed okay. It was a mid-tier hotel because when you're in that area...
I don't know that I checked I don't think I was involved in this booking.
I don't know. When you go out to these gaming conventions, thousands, billions of people show up, and these hotels fill up quick.
Somewhere in between those two numbers.
There's the really expensive hotels, and then there's the really cheap ones, where we usually tried to stay for like a mid-ground, a mid-hotel.
Sure. Not mid like the Zoomers say, but...
Well, I guess,
I guess maybe.
That's what it stands
That's
for,
not
right?
what they say. They mean it for,
No?
though.
What do they mean it for?
They just mean it sucks.
Well...
That's now what
I mean...
Well, anyway, so this is a Super 8 motel.
A Super 8 by Wyndham. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh, sure. And... before we even got to the room, there's a sign saying that there's no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi, like a printed sign,
It's like if someone just hastily in all caps went on a Microsoft Word in big font, no Wi-Fi, we're working on it or something, like taped it.
I don't even know if
Scotch
they were
tape.
working on it. I think it just said "fuck you." There's no Wi-Fi.
And this is, the whole reason we're there is to basically record and upload videos. So like,
Oh yeah, this wasn't like a pleasure trip. This was a working business trip. We needed the internet for
so that's bad.
work.
So that's already like we're gonna have to figure that out.
And then another thing I noticed, but I didn't tell you guys right away, was
there was a dude jerking off
right in front of the car, just right. That's what I was there for. But no, there's a staircase going up to the second floor of the hotel or motel. I don't know the difference.
Right.
Could have been a Holiday Inn.
It was a motel.
And,
Motels have the entrances outside. That's the difference.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
But the one of the staircases was held up with a car jack.
Right. No, I remember.
A car, like a thing for your tires. A car jack was hold, and I'm like, all right, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it got hit recently and they needed something.
Oh, and wasn't the elevator didn't work?
Elevator didn't work. Now, when we went on these trips, we brought the desktop computer, video cameras, board games, stuff like that. So yeah, we had that issues. Now, but that wasn't. You think that's all bad, right? You think that's the worst part? What was the worst?
Well, then we get into the room.
This was before we got into the room.
I've blocked out a lot of the details, but I do distinctly remember a stain that we kind of all thought maybe was blood.
Oh, there was 100% a blood substance Because it was that color between like bright red
Was it
and
on
brown.
the carpet?
It was on the carpet and on the curtains.
I think there was mold. Those cats are fucking running around like nuts. Just fucking
That's what you
calm
pay for.
down.
This is the content you get, folks.
I think there was mold like in the bathroom or in the lights on the ceiling. It
There was,
looked
well,
like mold.
There was definitely bugs in, like dead bugs in the lights.
Yeah, that's
There was
gross.
black mold in the shower, which fine. If it was like maybe one of these things, it would have been like, we don't like it, but we can tolerate it.
Right.
But it was 100% like all of this stuff. And then we had 2 rooms because there's 3 of us. So the other person we were with went into his room, and it reeked of cigarette smoke. Now, this is a non-smoking hotel.
I don't remember that part.
He said it smelled like he walked into like somebody actively smoking in this room. Non-smoking hotel. So yeah, that would probably be, and I think that was most of what was.
Yeah, I can't think of a worse. Like I've stayed in some hotels that were just kind of generally crappy,
Right.
but nothing like gross like that. Nothing.
Like personally, probably the worst
well,
hotel I've ever stayed in. Well,
yeah.
I was thinking of one that you might have stayed in
Yeah, I don't know.
when you guys went to south of the border.
I didn't stay.
guys
Oh
didn't
no,
stay
we
there.
did stay in south of the border.
That is, but so me and my partner went to Washington D.C. and they're like, "Oh, we're going to upgrade your room." It was like some Econo Lodge or a Days, like a sub mid tier, and they're like, "Oh, you have a bathtub in your room, like it was like a jacuzzi tub in the room."
Like a clawfoot tub, like sitting in the
No,
middle
no,
of
no.
the
Like
room.
like near the bed was a jacuzzi in the room. So we're like, oh, I guess that's cute. That's nice. You get into the room, it smells like bathroom mildew. It's like, oh yeah, because there's steam in this bathroom, in this bedroom constantly. So it's like, and the weird, like on
It's
paper,
not a great design.
it's like, oh, that's cute. That's, if you're a couple, but it's like you're laying in bed and there's a bathtub in your bedroom.
I think it's bad.
But like,
I don't think it's good.
no, it was weird.
No,
It was a free upgrade.
Yeah, that you said that was in DC.
Yeah.
Because I stayed in a not great hotel in DC, but like I said, it was just not fun or interesting.
Well, DC, you either get like the
it's
hotels
the city,
where
like,
like
it's got a lot of
where like Congress stay, like the $400 a night, or it's
Right.
like 30.
yeah, or it's out back where they're dealing crack and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did south of the border, which is a kind of infamous tourist spot in Virginia or South Carolina or North Carolina. It's like in
I
that
think it's
area.
between North and South Carolina. It's
Got to be in one of them.
Right. It's in the South.
Oh yeah, it's probably is in South Carolina because I think that's
South
the
of
joke.
the border.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like a racist Mexican
Yeah. No, it's not.
place and like a fake Mexican, and but that hotel was fine.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Oh, I just assumed that hotel would have been.
No, it was
Awful.
fine. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't like,
It was like
wow,
dated.
it's nice, but it was like actually pretty roomy.
Oh, okay. No, I just assumed
It
that
was
was.
no, it was all right. Yeah, I don't think I have any other. Oh, yeah, there was one time there were someone else in the hotel found bed bugs.
That's always like. What is your biggest fear when you go to a hotel? Because that one
Cum.
is yours or somebody else's.
But there weren't. I just want to say there weren't bed bugs. Or maybe I don't know. They like looked in my. So they were like tearing the sheets off every bed, and they were like,
so hotel was like.
no, it
Oh,
was
the people you were
other
with.
people that
Okay.
it was like a family reunion kind of
Okay.
thing, and they're like, oh yeah, I think that's bed bugs in there. And I was like, me, I guess. They look like me, but I don't know if there really were. In
Right,
my,
because like a bed bug is like
at least not in
small.
my bed, but other people it seemed like they.
But that's
had.
like the first thing we check for when we go to, because like every other like
I don't check
spiders,
for shit.
flies, whatever, it's fine. But it's like you bring home a bed bug, you have to throw your bed out.
Well, yeah. I'm just not. I'm just like I just have faith. I'm like it'll be fine.
That's the
What
only.
am I
thing
gonna
check
do
for.
about it?
Well, yeah. Well, and usually I check into a hotel and it's like past check-in time, so it's like they're not going to give you another room.
Yeah, they might if
If they have room, yeah.
yeah, if it's something like you were saying, like cigarette smoke smell, or if you say you're allergic to something, like
but-
they'll usually accommodate you. I feel like,
But yeah, I think that the one we were talking about, like that's like the worst hotel thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah.
bad.
Best hotel?
What would be my best? I don't know.
That's
'Cause I've
another
never
question.
stayed. That is another question. But I've never stayed at anywhere because usually it's like the hotel is like you're only there to sleep. I don't want to spend tons of money for a hotel for anything. But
I think when I was a kid, I have vague memories of being with my family and being like on a family trip, or it's going to like a relative's wedding or something, and staying in like maybe a nice hotel, but I was a little
'Cause
kid.
I don't think I've ever
I
stayed
don't
in like
remember.
a 5-star
Good story.
hotel.
I don't even know. Do they still have stars? Do people know these things?
That's like I'm not going to a vacation for a hotel.
But I do love hotels. I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. I love
I
a
would
nice
love
hotel.
rent a hotel right now. Just go spend the night.
I've stayed in like hotels that I've been like, this is really nice,
Yeah.
but not nice in the sense of like, oh, it's like 3 rooms and a balcony to
Like
the
the
beach.
Macaulay
or-
Culkin from
Alone
2, like that, like the Plaza, whatever
Right,
that's called.
right.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, I've just stayed in like, oh, it's like very clean and they
because
have room service.
It takes very little to like, oh, it's an updated hotel for me. Like, because a lot of hotels, like, they were built in the 90s or early 2000s and then done. So, like, when you see a hotel that is like, they have an actual, like, a smart TV and, like, really good internet, it's like, that's, like,
That's
good
big.
hotel for me. Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
Well, there's our worst and best hotels,
A
2
little bonus.
for 1.
Bonus for you.
So you're welcome. Thank you so much for supporting the show. This is Geeks on Trial Sidebar, and hope you continue to enjoy it. Let us know what you think. What's the worst hotel you've stayed at? Let us know in the comments, and we'll read it at some point.
some
we
point
might
we'll
not.
read it.
We might not respond on the show.
No,
but we'll read it
in our own
and we'll
minds.
respond
we'll
in the
respond.
comments.
In our hearts. So, I'm Ivan Hahn.
I'm Jonathan Estes.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.